In today's video, we're going to talk about the best sex positions that maximize her enjoyment. So she will keep begging you for more. The best way to do this is to make sure you last long enough to satisfy her. And all of these 9 positions do just that. And for an added bonus, you can also get access to a step-by-step guide to giving her squirting orgasms. Visit squirtnow.com or just check the links in the description below. Okay, let's get started. Number 1, the cowgirl. The cowgirl is one of the very best positions where men can last longer. First things first, you're going to lie on your back. That's your only job for now. Get comfortable, relax, and move on to step 2. Then, she climbs aboard, straddling your hips. This is where the dynamics shift. She's in the driver's seat now, guiding you in. It's all about her taking control. And we're off. She starts moving, setting the rhythm. Imagine a cowgirl taming a wild bull, and you're there to enjoy the roller coaster. Now in the cowgirl position, you're surrendering control. She dictates the pace, which means you're less likely to get caught up in the heat of the moment with rapid, intense thrusts. This is key to lasting longer. This position is a pleasure playground for her. She's exploring, discovering what feels best. Maybe she's grinding more, focusing on clitoral stimulation. So, why does this position make you last longer? It's simple. Less physical strain on you and more control over the stimulation. You're less able to use rapid or deep thrusting. It's a win-win. She gets to explore her pleasure, and you get to enjoy a longer, more relaxed experience. Number 2, the yab yum. Let's dive into the yab yum position, a secret weapon for intimacy and endurance. This isn't just a sex position. It's a closeness enhancer that can help men last longer. You sit cross-legged on the bed or floor. That's your base camp. The woman straddles you, facing each other. This setup isn't just close. It's like 2 puzzle pieces fitting perfectly. In Yab-Yum, you're not just physically close, you're in each other's personal space. It's about feeling each heartbeat, each breath. This closeness isn't just physical. It's emotional, creating a deep, intense connection. In this position, the man can control the movement. But it's not about wild thrusting, it's about controlled, mindful movements. This control helps prevent overstimulation, making it easier to keep the pace and last longer. Number 3, spooning. Both of you lie on your sides, fitting together like 2 pieces of a puzzle. You're the big spoon, enveloping her in a warm embrace. This position is all about closeness and intimacy, but with an exciting edge. She's the little spoon, nestled right in front of you. She'll part her legs slightly, that's your cue. You're going to find her sweet spot with your hand, gently guiding yourself in from behind. It's subtle, it's sexy, and it's about to get even better. Here's where the spooning position shines for lasting longer. The strokes you have at your disposal are short and controlled. This means you're less likely to get carried away with those long, intense thrusts that often speed up the grand finale. These short strokes are perfect for targeting her G-spot, making this position as enjoyable for her as it is for you. It's a win-win situation. While you're in this cozy setup, consider using your hand for some extra clitoral stimulation. This is about giving her that full spectrum of pleasure, and here's a pro tip. If you can bring her to climax, it takes the pressure off your performance. You're both in this for the pleasure, and when she's satisfied, it's easier for you to relax and enjoy your own journey. So why does spooning help you keep the show going longer? It's simple. This position naturally limits your range of motion, meaning you're less likely to overstimulate yourself. Plus, the focus on her pleasure and the additional clitoral stimulation can distract you just enough to delay your own climax. Number 4, the standing ovation. You're going to need some pillows for this one. They're not just for comfort, but they're crucial for hitting all the right spots. She lies flat on a surface, could be a bed, a table, you name it. She lifts her legs up vertically, like flags flying high. This is where the pillows come in. Place them under her hips for that perfect angle and extra comfort. Now stand up and position yourself between her raised legs. This is where the magic happens. It's a mix of power, precision, and passion. So, why does the standing ovation help men last longer? When you're standing, you have more control over your movements. You can adjust your pace, your depth, and your angle. This control is key for pacing yourself and preventing overstimulation. The vertical position of her legs changes the game. It allows for deeper penetration, sure, but it also means you need to be more deliberate with your movements. This isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. You're in charge of the rhythm, and that means you can slow things down or speed them up depending on what feels right. And let's not forget about the pleasure factor. This position allows for some serious G-spot action. Plus, the visual aspect. Seeing your partner in such a vulnerable and open position adds an extra layer of excitement. The standing ovation is all about control, and control is the secret ingredient for endurance. Standing up gives you the physical and mental edge to manage your arousal levels. You're not just reacting to the sensations, you're orchestrating them. Number 5, the cross position. All right, let's dive into the cross position. Picture this. You're lying on your side, propped up on one elbow. It's a relaxed stance, but you're about to turn it into something more. She lies on her side too, but here's where it gets interesting. You're perpendicular to her, like two pieces of a puzzle waiting to click. This angle isn't just different, it's a game changer. Now, hook your knees over his hips. It's a simple move, but it sets the stage for what's next. Shimmy in close and guide him inside. This moment is all about precision and connection. Here's the deal with the cross. Your perpendicular position limits your thrusting range. Less thrusting means less chance of hitting that overdrive too soon. You're in control, setting a pace that's about endurance, not a sprint. This position isn't just about the physical. It's about being in sync, feeling each other's movements. It's a shared dance, where every subtle shift brings a new sensation. In the cross, you're not just going through the motions, you're actively managing the experience. This control helps you keep the excitement in check, prolonging the pleasure for both of you. Number 6, sit on the throne. Imagine a chair or any sturdy surface, that's your throne. This position starts with you sitting down like royalty. It's a position of comfort and anticipation. The girl, the star of the show, faces away and sits on your lap. It's like taking the driver's seat in a very personal ride. This setup isn't just about physical connection. It's about trust and letting go. Here's where it gets interesting. The partner on top controls the depth and movement. They use their hips to dictate the pace, going as deep as they desire. It's empowering and exhilarating, a real game changer in the dynamics of pleasure. Now, why does sit on the throne help men last longer? The key is in the control, or rather the lack of it for the sitting partner. When you're not in charge of the movement, you're less likely to get carried away. This means you can focus more on the sensations and less on the action, pacing yourself effectively. And let's talk about those free hands. They're not just hanging there, they're on a mission. Explore, touch, tease. It's about adding layers to your pleasure, making every moment count. In Sit on the Throne, the sitting partner's passive role in the thrusting means they can manage their arousal more effectively. It's about enjoying the ride without the pressure of performance. This position allows for a slower buildup, making it easier to extend the experience. Number 7, the lazy dog. Doggy style is often saved for the grand finale because it's intense. The man has the reins, controlling the thrusting, depth, and momentum. It's a visual feast, but let's be real, it can be a sprint to the finish line. Now imagine flipping the script. The lazy dog takes the doggy style concept and turns it down a notch, while turning up the intimacy. Both partners lie down, with the man on top. Think of it as a horizontal tango. It's like missionary, but the girl is face down. Or if you prefer, it's spooning, but with both of you facing the bed. This position is about closeness, depth, and a whole new angle of intimacy. Here's why the lazy dog is a winner for lasting longer. The lying down position naturally limits your range of motion. You can't go full throttle like in traditional doggy style. This constraint means more controlled movements, less intensity, and a slower build-up. Unlike standard doggy style, the lazy dog brings a level of closeness that's more akin to spooning. In this position, the thrusts are more about quality than quantity. You're not driving forward with full force, You're engaging in a more rhythmic, measured motion. This control is key to pacing yourself and extending the experience. The lazy dog puts you in a scenario where overstimulation is less likely. The reduced intensity and deeper connection help manage arousal levels, making it easier to hold back and enjoy the moment. Number 8, the butter churner. Let's talk about a position that's all about intensity and connection, with a twist that helps you last longer. She starts by lying on her back, but with a daring twist. Her legs are raised and bent back, ankles almost reaching her head. It's a position that screams adventure and promises new sensations. Now, position yourself above her and slowly penetrate her from this elevated angle. Let's talk about what this feels like for her. Her neck might protest with a cramp, but trust me, the sensations are on another level. The rush of blood to her head amplifies the ecstasy, making every moment more intense. But it's not just about the physical thrill. This position allows for deep eye contact, adding a layer of intimacy that's hard to beat. It's perfect for couples looking to connect on a deeper level, especially for women who find climaxing a challenge. So, why does the butter churner help you last longer? In this position, your movement is naturally restricted. You're focusing on maintaining your balance and the angle, which means less vigorous thrusting. This controlled movement helps you manage arousal and prolong the experience. Number 9, reverse cowgirl. The reverse cowgirl is a position that's not just about a great view, but also about lasting longer. It starts with you lying on your back, relaxed and ready. She climbs on top, but here's the twist. She's facing away from you. It's like the cowgirl, but flipped. This isn't just a change of scenery, it's a whole new dynamic. From your vantage point, you've got a front row seat to an amazing view. It's visually stimulating, sure, but there's more to it than that. You're about to discover why this position is a favorite for many. Here's the deal with reverse cowgirl. Your partner has the reins. She's controlling the movement, the pace, the depth. This means you're less involved in the thrusting action, which is a major plus for lasting longer. You're not in the driver's seat, and that's a good thing. For her, this position is all about empowerment and pleasure. She gets to call the shots, find her perfect rhythm, and enjoy the ride. And for you, it's a chance to relax, enjoy the sensations, and focus on the experience without the pressure to perform. In reverse cowgirl, the reduced need for active thrusting on your part helps manage arousal levels. If you pull these ninja sex moves, I guarantee you she'll beg you for more. And don't forget, if you want to know how to give a girl intense squirting orgasms, go to squirtnow.com or use the links in the description and comments. If you can make a girl squirt as well as lasting longer, you truly will have her wanting you more and more. Check out squirtnow.com or use the links below. See you in the next video.